In the Israeli security establishment, they have a clinical term for their periodic military operations in Gaza and Lebanon, mowing the lawn. But this isn't just a metaphor, it's a calculated, dehumanizing doctrine, designed to ensure that peace is never an option. To understand this, you have to look at the work of Ephraim Inbar and Eitan Tamir from the Besa Center. In their foundational 2014 paper, they argue that since these conflicts have no solution, the goal is simply to degrade the enemy's capabilities, periodically. In other words, it's an admission of total diplomatic failure by treating the axis of resistance, including groups like Hezbollah, as weeds to be cut. They're choosing the permanent destruction of the people, infrastructure, and sovereignty of those nations. It's a foreign policy built on the intentional maintenance of failed states. The logic is rooted in deep cynicism about human nature. In the 50s and 60s, Iran and Israel were actually close allies under the periphery doctrine. But after the 1979 Iranian Revolution, that alliance evaporated. This taught Israeli strategists a grim lesson. Regimes come and go. You can't trust the nature of a neighbor, so you must destroy their capacity. Whether a neighbor is a friend or a foe today is irrelevant. They must be kept weak enough to never pose a threat. It's a policy that views human beings not as neighbors, but as biological variables to be managed through force. And the kicker? We're the ones paying for the gas in the mower. Just this week, at the Liberal Convention in Montreal, Canada, Prime Minister Mark Carney pointed out that 70 cents of every Canadian military dollar essentially flows straight into the US industrial military complex. We're subsidizing the cycle of genocide and apartheid. While south of the border, the American healthcare system is on life support, and their infrastructure is rotting. We're trading our own domestic stability to fund a strategy that is fundamentally, morally wrong. We have to be honest, this isn't about defense. This is a right-wing, ethno-supremacist project. We must stop conflating anti-Zionism with anti-Semitism. I support Jewish sovereignty and safety, but that is a completely different ballgame than supporting a state that treats human beings like grass. In fact, for the actual safety of the Jewish people, we cannot allow a right-wing state's war crimes to be the face of an entire global identity. I'll explore that topic in a future video, but for now, if you're doing that, stop. So in conclusion, the mower is breaking. With the US losing its grip on the Strait of Hormuz, and Iran collecting tolls in Chinese yuan, the unipolar era is over. Mowing the lawn isn't a strategy. It's a confession of ethical bankruptcy. The question isn't whether the lawn will grow back. It's when we finally stop calling this security and start calling it what it is. Let me know your thoughts in the comments.